Welcome back to another day at the Race to the Promised Land. We are approaching the final moments of Joshua and the Israelites, who are getting ready to crush this race. But first, they will need to get past the walls of Jericho.
Now getting Jericho down would be the key for Team Joshua to get to the land that God promised them. It seems that Joshua is already employing the tactics of his late mentor Moses and is sending a couple of spies first to check out the land.
Smart move. Oh, we've got another player on that wall. Are the spies in danger?
Our sources say that's Rahab, a resident of Jericho. It looks like she's helping the Israelite spies. She's letting them hide at her place.
Now that is a risky move. What if someone finds out?
Yikes, Tiffany, it might be too late. Let's read the latest incident report in Joshua 2:2-3. Crash and burn! She's in trouble now.
Hold on a second. She's doing some fast thinking. Yes, she's distracting the king's people by saying this in Joshua 2:5-6. At dusk, when it was time to close the city gates, they left. I don't know which way they went. Go after them quickly. You may catch up with them. But she had taken them up to the roof and hidden them under the stalks of flax she had laid on the roof.
That's incredible. So the people looking for the spies are going a completely different direction. The spies are safe. Wow, that was a close one.
You're telling me I was on the edge of my seat for that one.
Why do you think Rahab is risking her own life to help the Israelites?
Well, it turns out God's people had already earned a fierce reputation. Even among the people of Jericho, they had stories of how God had rescued them from Egypt and parted the Red Sea. Let's go ahead and see what she is telling the spies now in Joshua chapter 2, verses 11-13.
So what you're telling me, Tiffany, is that Rahab believes in the God of Israel? Because speaking of reputations, I'm under the impression that she does not have a great one. Am I right?
Yes, but she wants to help the Israelites take Jericho down. In exchange, she's asking the spies to remember her and her family when the time comes.
That sounds reasonable to me. Wait, what's happening now?
It's the old climb out through the window to escape technique. Rahab is letting them out of the city by letting them down a rope outside her window. What's with the scarlet rope, though?
The spies are telling her to tie the scarlet rope outside her window so that when the people of Israel come back from Jericho, Rahab and her family will be spared.
What an incredibly brave thing to do. Without her help, I'm not sure that the Israelite spies would have done out there. Now, she might not have been a classic hero. A lot of things about her made people think she wasn't good enough. But she knew before anyone else in her city did that God would deliver Jericho into the hands of Israel.
That's right. And she was chose wisely to be on God's side. And you can bet that God is going to honor the deal that the spies struck with Rahab.
She's not perfect like all of us, but she is an inspiration. I'm keeping a close watch on her story to see what happens as the Israelites come into that final lap.
You and me both. We'll be back later with the final coverage of this thrilling race. Let's check out today's sponsor.
Hey! You talking to me? I've been looking for you, and I'm gonna take you down. But I can defeat you. But you've underestimated my secret weapon. I've got great hair. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Tea tree shampoo! Not tea tree shampoo. Thank you, tea tree shampoo. Now in regular and spicy tingle. Oh no!
How important are the jobs of these vehicles in the race? It's easy to overlook them because they're not flashy racing cars. But without them, what would happen if an accident took place? It would be a mess.
Let's check out these safety videos. have been someone whom people looked up to or recognized for her place in society, but she turned out to be exactly the right person to help God's people plan their entrance into the promised land. All of us have something we can do that is useful. God can use someone like me and you for amazing things, no matter how small of a contribution you might think it is.
Let's take a look at a recap of today's race.
It's time for today's Bible story, and it comes from the book of Joshua, chapter 2. When the Israelites were about to enter the promised land, Joshua sent 2 spies to check the city out, called Jericho. The king of Jericho found out about the spies, so a woman named Rahab helped them hide. The king sent men to tell Rahab to bring those spies out of her house, but she said that they had left and that they should go after them quickly, which they did. Rahab had actually hidden the spies on her roof. Before they went to sleep, Rahab told the spies that the people in Jericho were scared. They heard about how great God was, how God helped the Israelites cross the sea on dry land and win many battles. Rahab was certain that the God of the Israelites was the one and only God. Rahab asked the spies to make her a promise. When they came over to her city, they would save her and her families. The spies agreed to this promise as long as she did not tell anyone about them. They told her to tie a red rope in the ribbon. This is how they would know it was her home. Only the people who were inside her house, when they attacked, would be spared. Since Rahab's house was part of the city wall, she let them climb down a rope out of the window and escape. She then tied the red rope in the window, just like they said. When the spies went into the city, Rahab was probably the last person they thought would help them. But she became a really big part of God's plan. So the next time you see an opportunity to help but don't know if you're right for the job, remember, God can use someone like me.
Hebrews 10:23. Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful.